Incredible flavours, even better stories. One pour, 10 minutes. Aussie bourbon lovers sharing bourbon with Australia.
All right. What are we pouring tonight, H?
Oh,
good one.
Go. We're pouring a Heaven's Door double barrel whiskey, Dave.
Interestingly, since we got this bottle, which my wonderful friend at Celebrations Bourbon hooked me up with, he's my man. He is my dealer in terms of my good bourbons. When he hooked me up with it, this is the older version of it. It's now called Revelation.
Oh, there you
Heaven's
go.
Door.
Cheers, Heaven's Door.
Oh, yeah. Good one. So,
what do you get on the nose there?
Bit woody. A little bit of like nice wood. Like fancy wood maybe, like a mahogany.
Oh. Like that nice brand new desk kind of vibe.
Brand new desk. What a lovely tasting note. Gee, you made a really good bourbon. It tastes like brand new desk.
I get maple.
Maple, yep.
Caramel. All the usual, deliciousness.
Vanilla and caramel and stuff.
But yeah, there's that woody note.
Maybe a bit of leatherness. This is not actually a bourbon, do you know?
Well, I didn't say bourbon. I said whiskey.
I didn't
A double
say
barrel.
you did.
I thought you were correcting me. Like I introduced it as a double barrel whiskey.
Here's the thing. You ready for it? Heaven's Door should sound familiar to people who, know Heaven's Door as like an idea in the zeitgeist in pop culture.
Yeah.
Knock, knock, knocking on Heaven's Door.
Yeah.
So this is Bob Dylan's whiskey. This is his, and there's bourbons as well in there, but this is his brand.
Oh, wow. It's in this is his like special bottle or his whole, like the Heaven's Door brand?
The Heaven's Door brand is his, yeah.
Is his.
Yep.
And so why did they change the name of this one from Heaven's Door?
No, it's not changed from Heaven's Door. It's changed from just being called a double barrel whiskey. It's now called Revelation. Or maybe it was always kind of called that, but they've got these great names for them.
Who named it?
Yeah. So why is it not a bourbon, H? Do you know what rule it?
Well, it states there double barrel. So I'm assuming that means they've put it in more than one barrel. Was that
So good. I love that you've gone straight to this.
It's
not that.
It's not that.
No.
I was like, that breaks the rule though, doesn't it?
And I don't actually know. I'm kind of making this up. But what I'm in sometimes as well, it's hard to know from the way that they kind of talk about the whiskies. But basically, there's 3 different kinds in here. We've got 2 straight bourbons and 1 straight rye. So I think it means that there's not the blend is such that it's not necessarily 51% corn.
Because it needs to be 51%
Or
corn.
51% rye either, right?
Someone will fact check that for us to make sure that Dave's got that correct.
Well, I'm kind of guessing that's not it. I don't know. But there's so many things that could stop it from, there's all these things.
Well, the fact that it says double barrel, that's an obvious one, right, isn't it?
Well, double barrel is a funny idea, right? You're thinking of double oaked.
No, like as in when they put it in another barrel.
Yeah, you're thinking of double oaked.
So what does
These
double
terms,
barrel mean?
Well, this is one of the great things about bourbon, right? Is that these are all just marketing terms. Can I just... So I'm going to interrupt the broadcast. On the palate, this is not like a desk. This is great. No, it's like I'm getting that, a little bit of that apricot jam, but like almost like white chocolate something as well.
I'm getting like
it's really yummy.
Like a vanilla, like a what's that vanilla dessert? Like a French slice almost. You know, the custard and the vanilla that you get at the bakery.
Wow, you're getting French cut. Like that's amazing.
Yeah, like that really creamy, vanilla-y. That's the memory that I got with it.
Okay, wow, incredible.
Like covers your whole mouth.
We interrupted ourselves.
We did.
What were we talking about? So double barrel. So you can use any kind of term you like to talk about your whiskey. You can say whatever you want. Double oaked is the thing that everyone a lot of people get excited about when they have Woodford Reserve double oaked. And we talk about this a bit, but you start with a normal bourbon, you put it in a second new, in that case, charred oak barrel.
Yep.
To give it a second finish, which gives it that desserty.
So is that different to double barreled?
Yes, because double barrel can mean anything. To be honest, double oat can mean anything too.
Anything can mean anything. You've learnt something new here this evening.
In this case, I think what they're trying to say is this is a whiskey that's come from two different barrels, and they're using a kind of cool term that is interesting and different. They're saying there's two barrels in here. But, of course, blended whiskey is like a normal thing. There's lots of barrels.
Yeah.
What Mick does, is it 20 minimum batch of size of 20?
When they say small
Maker's
batch.
Mark is small batch of 20 or something, 19 or whatever it is.
And
this is a normal thing.
200, it's like that's a small batch for them.
But they're saying different mash bills in each barrel, I think, as well.
Yeah.
But also a normal thing to be blending two different kinds. And, there's lots of transparency now where on a label you'll see what the different ones, the mash bills from the different barrels were. Bardstown's really good at that, actually, where you can see the percentages, what the origins were and stuff like that.
Yeah, they put it all on the label, Yep.
This
one was the first stop we made at the Kentucky Bourbon Festival in 2024, this year.
Yep.
We were wandering around wondering which location to pick, and what better place to start than Heaven's Door.
Yeah, but do you know why we stopped there?
Why? Because there was the least queue.
It was just like not a very big queue. Yeah.
We were looking for the least amount of people in the queue so we could get started, and they had the least amount, but they had some delicious bourbon there. So we couldn't bring back a bottle because we were like waiting to check on our tastings before we allocated all our hours.
Yeah, and we had these bottles at home.
Yeah. So where can you get this, Dave?
So you can get these in Australia for sure. I got this in Bourbon at Celebrations. On the bottle, this is the older one, but you can see there's like a cool design. That's actually the wrought iron gates at Bob Dylan's house is what that design is. And that design is still on the Revelation bottle as well. In fact, it's across all of the Heaven's Door ones.
That's so cool. And there's a place in Louisville you can go to that's a big they've converted an old church.
Yeah, and I'm going to forget what it's called now, but it's right in that main street of Nulu.
Yeah, and it's a great bar, and it's got this really like heavenly church vibe happening, super rustic.
I thought I was going to be able to get the name of it.
And I can't remember the name of it.
If you just Google Heaven's Door Nulu, you'll find it.
Yeah,
and or Louisville, yeah. And there is a tasting room that will open, I think, in the next 6 months or something, which wasn't open when we were there.
Yeah, it wasn't open when we were there, but it was opening soon. Might even be open already. But I know it was opening soon. But yeah, old church pews and stained glass windows and really cool conversion of a church to a bar, Heaven's Door.
All right, I've got a small game which isn't that much fun, but let's try it out anyway. Can you tell me if you can tell if this is bottled in bond or not?
Ooh.
You can look at the bottle as much as you like.
Well, there's not a whole lot of information on this bottle. There's lots of cool picture.
Yeah, but...
Explain to us what bottle in bond means, Dave, while I suss out the bottle and see if I can find any evidence of it. Well,
remember, it's 100 proof. That bottle in bond is 100 proof. That's kind of like that's like the thing. And, one distilling season from one distillery, all that kind of stuff.
Well, it says 100 proof.
Yep.
But that doesn't say whether it's bottled in bond.
Okay, cool. The game's finished. It wasn't a very good game.
Oh. Sorry to let you down, Dave.
The answer is, no, I don't think this one is bottled in bond. I could be wrong, but I don't think it is, but it is 50%. So it's just that's the proof point. So what my point is, 100 proof doesn't necessarily mean bottled in bond, even though it's a great proof point to be drinking whiskey at, and a lot of people like that kind of proof point. But it doesn't mean that it's ticking all the boxes to get to that.
Well, it means it's not going to be too strong, but it's not too light. That's kind of how I kind of look at the 100 mark.
Sure. Well, everyone's got different views on that, and different whiskies drink differently. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Well, I feel like this is like a dessert whiskey.
Amazing. You're getting all these lovely kind of vanilla slice things going on. I'm a bit jealous of you.
What are you getting?
No, not that. Bit of leather.
Leather.
Some apricot. Cool. It's just lovely. It's really lovely, and it's opening up as well as we go.
Yeah. Maybe it's because I have mine with ice, Dave.
Could be that. Could also be that you've just got more kind of a better imagination than me. Anyway, yes, you can definitely get your hands on Heaven's Door. This is the double barrel. There's a couple of other different expressions you can get, I think, as well. But have a look around for it, particularly if you're a big fan of Bob Dylan. Maybe you should pop on some Dylan and listen to tunes and kick back and enjoy fine whiskey. He's got this quote on his website as well, actually, where he says, I wanted to create a collection of American whiskies that, in their own way, tell a story. I've been travelling for decades, and I've been able to try some of the best spirits in the world that the world has to offer. This is great whiskey. How good. Here's to Bob.
Here's to great whiskey.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening. Make sure you're connected with us on TikTok, Instagram and YouTube, and stay connected with us by clicking subscribe on your favourite podcast app.